So in this video, I'm looking at the British pound US dollar pair on the 4-hour chart. You can see we formed a shooting star right at the gap. That's pretty much what you're looking for as it shows resistance. With that, I'm going to go ahead and short this market. I'm going to put a stop loss. I could put it above the top of the shooting star or maybe where we gap down from. I think at this point in time, I'm just going to try a quick one. 135 and a half is where I'm going to put my stop loss. I'm going to aim for 131 and a half, which was the lows. So 1.355, 1.36 above is the gap. So I am more or less being a little bit more aggressive with this. At this point in time, I'm going to aim for 1.3150. Okay, so I'm in the market. We'll see how this turns out, but it's with the overall trend, so that's a good sign. Okay, so you can see that the trade has, this is the half an hour chart, the trade has gone in my favor quite a bit, actually, down to about the 132 level, but we've also bounced really hard from there. So at this point in time, I'm going to place my stop loss and a little bit of profit at 133.55. And that gives us a little bit of room above the 61.8 Fibonacci retracement. So again, I will do 133.55 and see whether or not it continues to move in my direction if we pull back from the 61. If not, whatever, I'll take the small gain and leave it at that. This is a market that, when you look at the daily chart, you can get rid of this Fibonacci. You can definitely see that we've seen a lot of volatility. I'm not willing to let this turn into a loss at this point with this type of herky-jerky action. It's a little unfortunate that I didn't quite get down to where I thought I would, but at the end of the day, that's just the price of trading. Certainly in the right direction overall, but we may get a bit of a bounce from here. So I'm protected. Could be a small gain, or I'm giving it the opportunity to find one more reason to turn around. We could fall, and I could just simply go down to my take profit level. So we'll have to see how this plays out. Okay, so a few candles have gone by on the 4-hour chart. You can see we're starting to form hammers, which is a typically fairly supportive signal here. So with it being Friday, I'm going to go ahead and cash out the position. I don't think that it makes sense to just let it kind of meander around, especially considering this is a week after the Brexit vote, and of course, we don't know what's going to happen over the weekend. We could get a gap. Next thing you know, if it gaps higher, for example, it could end up taking us out at higher levels and turning this into a loss. This is more or less a stagnant trade. I don't see any reason to continue, so I will go ahead and take profits. So, having said that, it is a good trade in my estimation. I feel that we did, of course, not make quite as much as we would have liked to, but really at this point in time, no need to get overly concerned about it. It looks as if the trade probably gave me about as much as I could get out of it, at least in these conditions.